Hello everyone, this is John from the Wit Spirit Meets Sight Centre. On today's episode, we're going to look at the origins of Satan. Now, Satan's been a belief that's been around for thousands of years. He pops up in most religions. Is he really the ruler of hell? Is he the arch enemy of God? Does he rule an army of demons that are ready to take our soul and tempt us with sin? Well, let's find out. So a few questions we need to ask ourselves. Literally, when was Satan first mentioned in any biblical literature of any religion? What does he look like, really? How long ago was he first mentioned? Is Satan just a misrepresentation or a mistranslation that's been placed into religion to suit the needs? Christians believe that Satan is a fallen angel, Lucifer Morningstar.
Hello.
He's claimed to be the ruler of hell and the arch enemy of God. So a few questions we need to ask ourselves. Literally, when was Satan first mentioned in any biblical literature of any religion? What does he look like, really? How long ago was he first mentioned? Several belief systems contradict each other, as some believe that Satan is an actual entity, where others believe he's just a metaphor of all things evil and temptation in the Hebrew Bible or the Old Testament. There is no mention of a leader of hell or an arch enemy of God or an opponent. It just doesn't exist. But the word Satan is there. But the concept is very different. Let me explain. When translated, the word Satan actually means accuser or adversary. For example, in the first book of Samuel, King David is mentioned as a potential Satan or adversary. But in later Hebrew texts, the word Satan just refers to some adversary or accuser in a divine court. So, a job title. The first mention of a divine prosecutor appears in the book of Job. It presents it as God overseeing some kind of divine court, and Satan is present also as the prosecutor or accuser. Satan, or Satan, tried to find Job guilty of losing his faith in God. It then changes from Satan and Satan to the Satan, and the book of Zechariah explains that Satan is a divine legal prosecutor. He accuses the high priest Joshua of a crime. In these references, please remember that Satan or Satan is not a fallen angel or a prince of evil. He's not even classed as evil. He is part of God's court. Many believe the change in the belief of Satan appears in Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism is a religion that was first practiced a long time ago in Iran, and it had massive Persian influence. It teaches us that the divine being, Ahura Mazda, or God, who is in a constant battle with an evil being called the Angra Mainyu. It's shown that these teachings later influence texts within the Hebrew Bible and Judaism. An example is the demon Asmodeus, who first appears in the book of Tobit as an evil demon. So the common belief in many theologies and religion is that there's a constant battle between the good and evil, light and dark. In the Dead Sea Scrolls, it introduces a two-spirit theology. It states that the angel of darkness leads astray the children of righteousness and good. This being is known as Belial, an evil angel who leads an army of evil demons. So it's all now starting to look very familiar. So the first book of Enoch shows us that a band of bad angels who try to teach human beings astrology, magic, prophecy, and try and lead them astray. And these band of bad angels are led by the divine leader Belial. So now, let's look at Christianity and the New Testament. So Belial is mentioned as the evil opponent to Jesus Christ. And this is in the book of Corinthians. After this, any mention of the adversary, or Belial, is called Satan. Not Satan, Satan. Or the Greek word diabolos, which loosely translates as diabolic or devil, which is the first mention of the devil. In the first book of Isaiah, it mentions the creation of Satan. It states, "Oh, how you have fallen from heaven, O morning star, son of dawn." The word morning star is a reference to Venus, and it translates as Lucifer. And this then gives us the first mention of Lucifer, morning star, being the devil, Satan, Belial, and the evil adversary. And throughout the Bible, there are texts stating how good versus bad. Jesus was tempted by Satan. Adam and Eve had Satan appearing as a snake, trying to convince them to take that bite of the first apple. And throughout the New Testament refers to Satan, Lucifer, Morningstar, the devil, as the ruler of hell. Now, there's several other mentions in more modern day texts, like the Quran and even in Sikh, regarding the devil, all translated differently. But from what we've just discussed, you can see where the creation of Satan, the history, the origins. So we look back at Zoroastrianism. It shows that the idea of Satan was just a concept or even a job title. So I'm not here to try and disprove Christian theology or any other faith system, but we have to do is research and look back to where things originated from. And it was always the divine creator. His adversary was Belial, who was Satan, the legal accuser or adversary. He was actually part of God's council, but we're talking metaphorically here. So there is no mention of a physical being called Satan, just a job title. I want to thank you for watching today's video. Please hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell for further videos. Have a great day.